doing Old School When 50 Hits, our Throwback Thursday conversation. Again, 50-50 when it came to the reactions of halftime this year. So if you were in Rock Nation, if you were part of Jay-Z's crew, who would you have lined up for next year, San Francisco?
And
what was your favorite from back in the day?
All right, I'm going to show you how this is done so we don't have bird brains going on and on and on. Meanwhile, is that what I'm doing?
I think so.
All right, here's how it goes. What's your favorite? Who do you suggest? Here's my answer. My favorite, everybody, Prince in the Rain, Silhouette, unbelievable. Prince is my answer, my favorite old school halftime show. And who do I think should perform in the Bay Area, Super Bowl 60? And we said the one rub, you can't say Metallica. It's too obvious an answer. They're from the Bay Area, and we are due for a rock show. I'm going a combo show. Post Malone featuring Miley Cyrus.
I like it.
Post Malone and Miley.
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah, I've seen the past couple days since the weekend, people saying Post Malone would be a good idea, but because they're like, oh, he could bring out country stars now and rock stars, and obviously he had hip-hop back in the day. But you've made the point, Covino, it gets kind of corny when things are staged like that.
It could, but I hate Rich's music taste, let's be honest about it. But I think that's a pretty decent answer. I really do, because Post Malone's so versatile.
Post Malone could bring out a country artist and then a hip-hop artist and then
he could.
A pop star.
But then what does he look like? Like, does he keep going back and changing to what he looked like in White Iverson to now what he's doing, the way he looks with his country music now?
You
know what I mean?
Wardrobe changes, man.
I'll give you this, Danny G.
That's why I think it could be kind of corny.
I think that he's also the answer that because he's mainstream enough, he has about 5 songs like your Aunt Nancy would recognize. He's a big star, Post Malone. Let's go to Trip in Vegas. Trip, you're on with COVINO and Rich. Old school, and then who do you think? What's
Trip
up?
McNeely. What's up, Trip?
buddy?
Hey, gentlemen. First, real quick, I know I don't need to be long, but hey, I just want to say to the nation, your people, thanks a lot, Danny G, for setting that up to come out and meet you guys at the fight. You guys could not be two of the more nicer people I've ever met in my life.
Trip,
I just want to say that.
It was a
You guys are the
pleasure.
best.
And by the way, Trip, thanks for the Tito's vodka you bought me. I remember those things.
And,
I owe you next time.
Trip, you were taller than I expected.
Yeah, Trip could play in the NBA. Trip's like 6'4".
Who's this guy? He's 7 foot tall.
Yeah. The best part about it was when he ordered his drink. He goes, "Don't forget my straw." I'm like, "No, I'm just kidding."
So what do you think? Give me your old school, Trip, and who do you think should be in the Bay Area next year?
You said what I was going to say. Prince, 2007, because that was insane in the Lightning. He said the show's going on, and then I was going to say Post Malone. Unbelievable. So
Wow, look at that. Am I that on the right
You
track?
know why?
You're
Because
twinsies.
the criticism with Kendrick Lamar is, or the show was, it was so Kendrick that if you don't know his music, like, then you really weren't entertained that much. And he didn't play any of his hits for money reasons.
Yeah,
that's the rumor.
He left off some hits, and you could argue it was more artistic than for the masses.
And you could argue that Post Malone gives you a little bit of everything, where that would eliminate the controversy, right? It would include more people. So I do like that answer. I don't hate Post Malone.
I think,
you know where I changed during COVID. He did a live rock concert from like his house, and he did a Nirvana tribute.
He won you over
with Travis Barker and everybody. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. I was like, man, this guy's great. I didn't realize he was that versatile.
How about Huey Lewis in the news?
You know, Huey Lewis and Joe Montana were great friends when Montana played for the Niners.
Hold on, here, that sounds like you're being facetious, right? But
you could do a tribute to
say,
Bay
like,
Area
no,
musicians.
like an 80s.
Oh, that would be cool.
Like featuring Huey Lewis, Lionel Richie. Like, you know what I mean? Like an 80s, like, whoa, no way. Kasha Gugu.
Yeah, because we just did.
Kasha Gugu.
We just did
Boy George, no way.
3 or 4 contemporary artists in a row, so that would make sense.
Yo, but how fun would that be?
Well, you know
right?
what?
And that brings back the fun. Like, you know what Kendrick Lamar lacked, in my opinion? And this is no criticism. This is just my stupid opinion. Opinions are like podcasts. Everybody has one. Most of them stink. It lacked fun. It's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There was no fun had, right? Imagine Boy George comes out after Lionel Richie, after Huey Lewis.
But what if it was all like?
And by the way, I'm just naming random
I know.
80s stars.
I was going to say, a criticism is that also, do you like it when they tie the artist to the city? That's why everyone thought it was going to be Lil Wayne this year because it's New Orleans.
I think they should.
Because it's the Bay Area, do you say, all right, a compilation of Bay Area artists? Or do you say that's, nah, who cares?
I like the whole, hey, it's an 80s celebration. You have 80s pop stars out there. There's so many pop stars. Cyndi Lauper comes out.
Dude, you're trying to appeal to a younger audience. You go Kendrick Lamar. You don't appeal to our dads in next year. What's up,
that's
Dan
a good
Byer?
point,
What if you did each generation represented, like Bay Area musicians?
Yeah, you could be creative.
It's
I like
possible.
that. I like that.
Any ideas, Dan Byer?
Well, I was going to say one thing, and then I'll give you another. The performance by Kendrick Lamar, and I know I'm one of the fortunate, the few that was in the Dome during the performance, and I was critical of it, so I watched it when I got home. And it was a better TV viewing experience, as you likely would expect, than being there. But my experience from being there, it was, the crowd wasn't super into it, but I could see why people really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it more watching it on TV than being in the Dome. So maybe that's why there weren't a lot of loud cheers.
Super creative camera angles and imagery and everything else. Yeah. I mean, I could see that completely.
What about the Killers?
Well, you
I
said
love
it.
the
You
Killers.
said Mr. Brightside had the stadium going crazy.
Well, Mr. Brightside, I think, I always say this when I'm on the Sirius XM channels, I think Mr. Brightside is the best bar song and stadium song in the last 25 years.
You're thinking of, you need 5 songs, 6 songs. It's 13 minutes is basically what you got to fill. You portions of each of them.
I think they close with, and I'm the man. I like that one.
That's a
all
good
right,
song.
so let me give you my answer before we go back to the phones.
All right.
877-99 on Fox. You're going to say I'm being facetious. I'm not. If you really want my Super Bowl halftime pick, there's not many. I'm not like blown away by Super Bowl halftime shows. I'll say Bruno Mars for the heck of it because he's impressive. Like,
that was your favorite?
I mean,
was
of
a good- I
recent,
love him.
like
I love
he
Bruno
went
Mars.
on the drum kit. He's like he could do it all. So I'm impressed by the guy.
It's a fair answer. I
But
love Bruno.
I think Creed 2001 Thanksgiving game in Dallas.
Creed?
Because they did that My Sacrifice Higher mix. There was an aerialist floating around.
Guy like on the
Yeah.
the scarves.
It was
thing.
like it had the essence of a real halftime performance. Can you take me? And dude, they had a major successful run last year. So when I'm saying my favorite, it's almost a joke at this point, but when you watch it now, it's sort of magnificent. It's the 2001 Thanksgiving Dallas game. Creed, right? So I'll say that's my favorite. That or Bruno Mars. But as far as who could they do? Let's balance it out. Kendrick Lamar was very Kendrick Lamar. It was Kendrick and SZA. Why can't they do an angry divorced dad rock combo, right? Like, hey, you know what? We're going to rock out this year. Switch it up. It's Rock Nation. And we're going to bring it not too far back, but to the early 2000s, the butt rock. I got to say this because I'm synonymous with Turbo 41 on Sirius XM.
Yeah.
I'm on every night. But you bring out System of a Down and Korn. Who is not going to rock out to that?
People that don't like rock music. I like the answer, but
I get
there's
it, but
plenty
guess
of
what?
people
Rich,
that like.
newsflash, not everybody loves rap music.
No,
so they
sure.
didn't care about you then.
Yeah,
How
so
about, Covino, a little compromise? Because my answer is Foo Fighters,
I love Foo Fighters.
who I saw in Tennessee
Yeah.
a couple of years back.
I mean-
and I say that because our 14-year-old who's been sick at home all week
All
pumping
right.
her
Haven't the
music.
Foo Fighters already done a
She-
show?
No, Super Bowl.
she plays Foo Fighters from her playlist. She likes a couple of their songs. Her parents like the songs, so I'm trying to think of a rock group.
Wait, I got
Here's
it.
the hold on.
Yeah,
Wait,
that the
here's-
parents and the
guys,
kids
here's the
both
problem.
still like.
Here's the problem with the Killers, System of a Down, Korn, and what did we just say? Foo Fighters. They're not the most relevant they've ever been right now.
Okay, I got
rock
one.
is dead.
All right,
Let's
ready?
be real.
Ready?
There's no big rock band in the top 5.
Imagine this. Ready?
Rock needs to come back to life.
Sam,
All right.
imagine this.
Lay it on me.
You hear the sweet bass line kicking in, right? Just imagine. And all of a sudden you see like a red Yankee hat popping out. And you hear, y'all know what time it is. You go, oh
Yeah,
my God, it's Fred Durst. But he brings out Wu-Tang Clan and Method Man. So Limp Bizkit
Why
with
doesn't
the
he
Wu-Tang
just team up with
Clan.
Korn
No,
and-
because
and-
they did a song together
Yeah.
in Together Now.
Right.
So what if Limp Bizkit comes out and they're all angry dads with beards and everything? Yeah. And then Method Man like, yeah, it's a cow. Method Man's doing his thing. So you got hip hop, rock, and rap
If you
all
wa-
going on.
Yeah.
Bro,
if you want
sign me up.
If you want to capture like what they did with Snoop and Eminem and was it Mary J. Blige, all those people in L.A., kind of the nostalgia thing. But again, it's like you're kind of like Limp Bizkit was like 25 years ago.
Hey, I was Sam. Let
Dude,
me take
people
you
love
back.
nostalgia.
They do. That's why if you're going to go for that, it's okay.
I was Sam.
And I like it.
Let me take you back because
Take
before
me back.
they've gone more relevant, right? Recently, it's been about who's hot now, right? It's true.
Yeah, but it's not about who's hot right now, because then you would say Chappell Roan should be in the halftime show. You got to have a resume.
What I'm saying is, lately, it's been a star that's currently peaking.
Yeah, but
To back
Kendrick
up-
has a resume. He's been
Jeez.
doing it for over 10 years.
All right.
But you say hot right now is different.
No, you're not letting me finish my sentence. I was Sam is saying these other artists are not washed, but their best days are behind them.
They're so hot right now.
Recently, they've gone with artists who have a current big smash. Not Like Us was the most decorated song of all time at the Grammys a week before he did halftime. Rihanna, Beyonce, we've done retro acts back in the day. It's just recently it feels like they've gone to the current artist. I mean, there were years where they had Paul McCartney
That's
coming
true.
out there.
And The
They had
Who.
They had The Who. They
Yeah.
had Bruce Springsteen.
Or decades past
So,
being.
to say that the Super Bowl halftime show never goes retro, the Foo Fighters is a great answer because I don't know who doesn't like Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters. So if you said Foo Fighters, but then also brought out a Miley or a Post Malone, and I keep bringing them up because I think they're mainstream enough, but Miley, who doesn't like Miley Cyrus?
I got it. A rock star that even your most urban hip hop guy could appreciate. Lenny Kravitz comes out and brings out everybody. He brings out rock stars and hip hop stars. He's like, bam, bam,
Did he ever do a Super Bowl?
No,
Lenny Kravitz?
bro, but he should. He's a rock star. He, in my opinion, is the epitome of rock star that could bring out a Lil Wayne and that could bring out a Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
He's right there in the middle, man.
Yeah.
For me, he
I don't-
collaborates with a lot of people.
I don't trust anyone with a six-pack when they're 60 years old.
And Lenny Kravitz has what's the word? Just a word I'm thinking of. But he has that rock star
Mojo?
ability.
Moxie?
That's a good one. He has the moxie to be
He's got the,
the star of a Super Bowl halftime show.
I don't think anyone would argue Lenny Kravitz. I don't think anyone would argue the Foo Fighters. Post Malone and Miley, I keep bringing that up. I'm going to give you one more, and then, again, then it's all you. Phones are hot. Every line is lit. They're so lit. There's an artist that I personally love, and I just can't I don't know if the temperature of the room would agree that, you would know 10 of their songs immediately. Ed Sheeran.
He's fantastic.
He does
but
stadiums around the world. It's not like he's as big as any of them. And Ed Sheeran, he does that thing where he does the repeater pedal, and he could do like a whole song by himself. Like Ed Sheeran, if he brought out like Ed Sheeran and Friends, because he's worked with Post Malone, he's worked with Miley and stuff. He's worked a lot of these artists. So is Ed Sheeran a bad choice? I love Ed Sheeran.
Do we give international stars like the Super Bowl stage a lot? I feel like we don't. I feel like we always go with like a domestic product.
Yeah, but you make it seem like
You
Ed
said
Sheeran's
The
not
Who?
a big star here.
The
Ed
Who?
No,
Sheeran-
he is. I'm saying he's not American though. He's Irish, whatever, Scottish or whatever. He's English.
You
Sorry.
just don't like gingers, huh?
Well, the
Why
people
don't
say I
you-
look
why
like.
don't you-
do you wanna
why don't
be
you
the-
tell us how you really feel?
I approve of Ed Sheeran because people say you look like Ed Sheeran.
That sounded very gingerous.
Yeah, you're a gingerist, man.
No.
By the way, I don't think it was
People think I'm
I don't think it was a
gingerist.
compliment when that girl said, "Oh my God, you look like Ed Sheeran."
Yeah, no, I mean, he's known for his talents, but
All right, let's go. We'll start with Big Bert in Georgia, and we'll go down. What's up, Big Bert?
Hey, guys. Thank you for having me on again. Hey, great New York minds think alike. Prince in the Rain. You can't beat that, man. He is the man back in the day. But here's who you need to bring for the next Super Bowl. Drake. Back to Cali. Think about that.
You know,
Drake the year after Kendrick would be.
My only criticism,
The guy from
dude has
Toronto?
hits for days. I get it. My only criticism for Drake is he's too low energy for Super Bowl. That's
Yeah.
my only criticism.
Big Bert just wants to see the battle continue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I get it. He gets his chance to clap back.
I felt that way about Usher. If he had not done a lot of Usher songs I felt were very too R&B-ish for that stage. And I love Usher. Bobby in Mississippi. What's up, Bobby?
Hey, Bobby.
What's up, guys? I love the show.
Thanks, man.
I'm going to say my favorite was Michael Jackson back in the day.
The great
and
one.
I'd like to see Carrie Underwood at the next one.
She's fantastic. I saw her with Guns N' Roses in Nashville. Carrie Underwood is deserving of it, and she got the tie-in because she does the Sunday Night Football.
She's
theme.
got a song with Papa Roach right now too. So
She does. That is true.
Yeah, there's some
light on,
opportunities to bring some other acts out.
Michael Jackson. Quick fun fact: do you know the story behind him doing the Super Bowl halftime show? Did you ever see that?
How he made the director wait?
Yes. Do you see?
Yeah,
it
I've
was
seen
floating around.
this.
It was floating around TikTok and Instagram. Apparently, Michael Jackson. You know how the halftime show is timed to the second because they can't delay it. The game has to pick up. Michael Jackson said, "Don't you dare hit the song until I take my sunglasses off." He's standing there, remember, just still. And they're like, Michael, you're 10, 20, 30 seconds over, a minute over. And he wouldn't take the glass off because he was waiting for the right moment to build the suspense. And the director was losing his mind because the halftime show, you can't be fiddling around with 2 minutes. And it's hilarious. The guy almost lost it. Dave in Missouri, what's up?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
No problem. What's up?
Prince was the most memorable. I remember several good ones, but that's the most memorable to me.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Blink-182. They're from California. Not San Fran. They're from San Diego, but you can't tell me no one's going to be everyone's going to be going crazy if All the Small Things comes on.
You know, I think it's got to be a Blink/Green Day performance at that point.
Green Day is from that area.
Yeah, well, they're all from California, and I think that
Throw in the Chili Peppers while you're at it.
No,
No,
because
they're-
they're both considered punk in their own way,
All right.
mainstream punk. So I think you combine them two and you have a massive performance. But yeah, I think, man, there's so many people that love Blink-182. These are all pretty good answers, to be honest. I don't hate any of them.
I think we could all agree that this year's halftime show will lean rock or mainstream. I just think only because I think so many of the bigger R&B and hip-hop names have done the show in the past 5 to 10 years. I can't think of a top-tier hip-hop artist that we're itching to see. Steven, Minnesota, what's up? Steven?
Hi, Steve. Hey, Rich. How's it going?
What's up,
buddy?
I just want listeners to know that it's important to remember Dan Byers' wife, Lisa.
Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
gosh, drop that.
What a doofus.
What a tool bag.
Yes, Dan Byers, does this guy want your wife or what? Did you steal your wife from him? Is that
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Jeez.
It's a little uncomfortable.
Jeez, it's my wife's birthday.
Man.
You can talk about my wife. Leave Dan Byers' wife out of it.
Marcel.
Let's go to Marcel in L.A. What's up, Marcel?
Órale, COVINO RICH.
Órale.
What's up, man?
All right, so for my favorite old school one, I'm going to keep it old school because it was my mom's favorite singer was Prince.
Yep.
So I got to say Prince's show was the greatest ever because, one, he played in the rain. He said, screw all that. I'm going to do my show. And it was an amazing performance. He played all his best hits. And for my choice for the Super Bowl show this coming year, I'm going to have to say keep it old school again. I'm going to say Journey.
I think that would appeal to our parents too much. It's not
See,
enough.
Journey could be part of that generation mega mix we were talking about earlier.
Journey with the Filipino guy or with Steve Perry? That's the controversy here. What are you going to do? Combine them?
All right, last call. We'll go to Tom in Rochester, New York. What's up, Tom?
Hey, thanks, guys, for taking me. Love the show.
No problem.
Yo, I think everyone's missing the most obvious one. It's all about ratings anyways, and anytime there's a Chiefs game on, there's an over-under on Swift. So why not put Taylor Swift out there, and you'll draw the women? And if you want to, combo it just for laughs, throw in Ed Sheeran. Thanks, guys. Love
That
the
would
show.
be the good combo
Yeah.
if you're going to go with Taylor Swift and bring out somebody else. Bring
Yeah,
out Ed
Ed
Sheeran.
Sheeran.
That would be cool. But again, yeah, I think that would be huge. And if you just joined us, it was aside from Metallica. Because we've gotten so many hip-hop and R&B artists in the past few years, and because Kendrick Lamar just played, and because it's going to be in San Francisco next year, the obvious thought is Metallica, right?
Yeah.
Metallica, they're on tour again. Metallica. So we said minus Metallica. Who would you choose if you just joined us?
Minus human.
Let me ask you this to wrap it. You're a big,
Yeah.
you're a big rock guy. No one knows more about rock than Sirius XM, Steve Covino on Turbo and Octane and all those channels I don't preset.
I mean, Matt Pinfield does, and I hope he's doing well. Shout out
I
to
know
our
that.
good pal, Matt Pinfield.
All your rock channels.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. Metallica. Not known to necessarily collaborate, maybe, but who would be if Metallica said, "All right, we need to bring it a little more mainstream to bring out someone who has done something with Metallica?"
I think Post Malone.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he would do it in a heartbeat for sure.
That's pretty cool then.
Yeah, that would be really cool, right? Yeah. So that would be the first person that comes to mind for me.